He'd been through so much that it was kind of like, okay, maybe it is time to just get back to the music for a minute. It was kind of stripped down. And, the music for Parade was his most sophisticated, most interesting music up to that point. Not necessarily the most successful commercially. And it also took him back to his roots because there was some funky shit there.
He was constantly pissed off at us. None of us were really getting along well. It was a very, very difficult time. The more pressure he was under, we were fighting. There was fire coming out. The Sign of the Times was very much like that.
Thank you. The nominees for favorite pop rock single are Careless Whisper, Wham, Power of Love, Huey Lewis and the News, Money for Nothing, Dire Straits.
It's MTV, it's Alan Hunter on the way, Billy Ocean, sneak preview video from Kenny Loggins. But right now, it's Prince.
Lisa, Bobby. Revolution is here.
A while back, I wrote a line to a song and I said, I don't care to win awards. It was easy to write a line like that because I wasn't up for any. I won a couple of awards since then. The ones I get from you are the best. I know that when a Dream Factory plays out in Los Angeles, I can always come back here and hang out with you guys for a little while.
Prince is getting ready for a possible summer rock tour by honing his act at a series of sneak concerts. This weekend, he sneaked into Los Angeles. Bobby Colombi reports.
Prince and the Revolution have taken their show on the road.
It was rock star stuff. The more famous he got, the more he relied on us to speak.
We've been itching to get on the road for a long time now, and we figured that the smaller venues would be a more intimate crowd.
For some reason, he decided not to take that on tour in the States. We played a few cities just as warm-ups. It was basically a European tour. I'm not sure why. It may have had something to do with the fact that the movie didn't do what, didn't become what Prince wanted it to become.
I'll call this the hit and run tour. We really don't know where we're going to play until 2 or 3 days before the actual performance. And what we've been doing is going on the radio simultaneously with all the major stations in our market at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and at about 3:03, we're sold out.
Around the World in a Day didn't get a tour, but it had music videos, artistically, the garish costumes and the crazy theatrics and everything that we had done on the Purple Rain tour. It took advantage of the band, so now there was a horn element to the band, his use of keyboard horns, which was sonically so much different. It was part of the distinct sound.
How'd you get the tickets? By skipping work and coming down here and standing in line 5 hours. How much would you be willing to pay for a pair of tickets?
Well, maybe $100 or $200 maybe.
I fully love you, Prince. And if you hear this, call me or something.
En plus d'un concert surprise au New Morning devant 300 personnes, c'est au Zénith que l'attendaient les 6000 fans qui avaient réussi à obtenir des tickets. Au marché noir, les places se sont vendues jusqu'à 2500 francs, mais on a évité les émeutes prédites par la presse. En tout cas, tout le monde avait payé.
The signs of a successful sellout were there long before concert time, as thousands of fans queued for the first of 3 live dates was the subject of great anticipation.
Well, it better be good, because I bought 2 tickets, you see, for both nights.
Well, I've seen him concert on television, and I expect something like that. I expect him to be really, really good.
He's sometimes a bit naughty on stage, isn't he?
I don't know, I've heard he is.
In fact, the star of Purple Rain has been a little bit blue in the past, going on stage in nothing but women's underwear. He's even said he'd perform naked if it was legal. But the royal limousine showed a different side of Prince's personality.
Prince may be happy to prance about naked on stage, but off stage he likes his privacy. In fact, it's rumoured that he doesn't even like his fans looking at him when he's not performing, hence the tinted windows.
Inside Wembley, that sort of talk would have been treason. The crowd were royalists to a fan, and Prince, surprisingly respectable in a yellow suit, was in majestic form.
さて去年の9月1日から
It was the best tour we'd had, and it was more musical than ever. And the Revolution knew when Prince put Wally and the three guys in the parade tour, Wally, Brooks, and Jerome, when those guys were at the front of the stage, we were like, something's
Sheila,
happening.
the father, being the master percussionist. You know, Lisa and Wendy's influence. Their fathers were highly sought-after session players in Los Angeles. Wendy's father was one of the innovators of the bebop piano sound. Lisa's father was extremely talented percussionist. We all seemed to get along okay. There was never any conflict with any of the new people. It wasn't a bad thing by any means. It certainly was fun.
That curtain opened up and I saw him. I'm standing behind him. All them people were screaming and hollering, and his little foot was tapping, and he had this funky little rhythm, just cool. I ain't never seen nobody that cool. He got that little pimp walk, and he's walking back and forth on the stage. The whole audience went into a frenzy.
That whole tour, parade tour, I was behind the piano and he put three guys in front of me. If that's not him letting me know that he's angry.
You're standing there, but you don't look at them. Things like that started happening. He was already pissed. He was pissed anyway. There was something happening, and he was pissed.
That sound
and there were
check
more
that
people
day
on the
was-
stage. Like Sheila's band was on the stage. He looked at me a couple times during
like,
really
"Lay out."
pivotal sections and said, "Lay out." And when he says "lay out," you're out. It's not good. When he looks at you and doesn't want you to play, he says, "Lay out." And when he said
You
it
don't
to
wanna
me,
hear that.
I was like, "Oh, this is not good. What's going on?" And then he looked at turned Miko up. I was like, ooh, there's something happening here. And I was panicked. I felt it big. And Lisa was like, stop overreacting, da-da-da. And I was like, no, I'm telling you, this is it, it's done.
And it was like, what's going on here? Suddenly a sound check for him to say, don't play. What?
It was definitely not in character with what he would do. I mean, he'd throw guitars and stuff, but always throw them at the guitar tech, and they'd catch him. He wasn't like purposely doing a Jimi Hendrix, in a full smash.
And then that night of the gig was when he smashed his guitars on Purple Rain. Uh-oh, what's happening? Why is he so mad? I even thought, did the crew f something up? The wave was just breaking, and that was it.
And when we played Purple Rain that night and he smashed the guitar, I was just, wow. Me and Lisa and Bobby looked at each other and went, it's over. It's over. Really? Is this happening? I think it's happening. And we got off stage.
By the end, the last gig in Japan, he went on a rant. He was, smashing stuff on stage and, he was pretty angry. I knew what a lot of that was about.
And we knew it. I looked at Bobby while he was playing drums, and I mouthed to him, "We're f***ed." And Bobby was like, "It's over." Destroyed his cloud guitar at the end of Purple Rain. But he did it in a way that was a big you. We just knew it.
No, I was still me out of everybody too. I was the most like, no, it's gonna be fine. He does this all the time. It's just another tantrum. But Wendy did. Wendy was like, oh my God, it's over. He's done. He's gonna fire us.
That all of this calculated lifestyle affectations of who I design myself to be as a celebrity, as a human being, and the perception I want people to have of me.
Wendy and Lisa and I and Bobby and everybody, sometimes we have talks and they're very few and far in between, but sometimes we have very, very long talks. And I do a lot of the talking, but they'll look at me, and whenever we're done, one of them, it's not all together, but one of them will come to me and they'll say, just take care of yourself, you know I really love you.
We get back to our hotel room, and I said to Lisa, I think we're going to get fired. I think he's going to fire us. She's like, why do you have to be so negative? No, he's not. And I said, I just think he's going to do it.
And I was like, no way. It's cool. We're good.
We all flew back to our homes. Prince flew back to LA, had a rental there.
It was like, it was all good. We were doing so much work and we had come so far. And it was like, I couldn't understand how he could suddenly just like, no, I'm doing something else now. But that's exactly what he did.
So we all flew back to the United States. Me and Lisa flew home to LA. And we got a call from Bobby, and Bobby said he's really upset.
Pulled us into the room and said,
he had me and Wendy over to dinner. We ate dinner, and it was kind of a weird vibe, like, what's going on? And then he took us upstairs, and he started talking about, I want to do a show that's going to be, like, flashy, and I don't think I can ask you guys to. And he literally said, and I hate to even perpetuate this,
I'm going to be going in a different direction, and I can't ask you guys to wear nippless bras and crotchless panties.
He said it, and we pretty much said, you're right. No, we were kind of equals, and he needed to take that back. Wow. It was heartbreaking. It was like, yeah, but you can ask me to do something. You can't ask me to do that. That's not what we're doing now. I mean, we did that. We took our pants off and shook our booties, in the 80s, and we got attention, and now we can grow up a little bit.
Lisa and I were very quiet about it. We didn't really want to talk to the press about it. It was a heavy, heavy time.
We've been up against some hard things in our life together, and now it's just, that's it. What about all those songs we just wrote? I mean, he kept a couple things on Sign of the Times, but he took, like, most of our parts off. He just wanted, disappear, be gone.
I knew he was hurt at that time. I had just did Raspberry Beret for him, choreographed the Kiss video.
I was driving down the street when I heard it on the radio, didn't know it was even released. Got to the hotel room, saw the premiere video on MTV with him and Wendy. I was pissed. Couldn't even incorporate me in the video. I was heated. Then I got the album cover, the first print on it. If I remember, it said, thanks to BrownMark for hand claps.
And I did Herb Alpert, Keep Your Eye on Me, and Diamonds. I was doing really well. John McClane seen something in me that he liked. Here comes an opportunity. I was happy to do those things because it was based on me and who I am and what I provide. I was a couple $100,000 down the line. Had a deal on the table at Fox. I got fired because I was hanging out with Janet Jackson and Herb Alpert and Ron Isley doing videos.
Terry, a jelly bean.
They hired me for what I learned around Prince. I was playing both sides of the fence, like you said. That's a fair way for them to think. Back then, we were taking the elements of what we do to even bigger folks. We're going to mess with Janet. What he said is letting me go. He said, so you did Janet's video, huh? It's like, yeah. He said, and play both sides of the fence. I was there. I said, were you? He said, yeah, I was parked down the street. You put that hat on because you didn't think I would know who you were, huh? They'll take care of you. Good luck. And I said, you knew that was me? I wasn't mad at him. I was stunned.
I had an album. The album was named Psychedelic. The album was on fire. I had a single on the charts. Number one at the time. The song was Sly Stone. Crazy for you. Susan Rogers kept calling. She said, Jesse Prince wants to be, I want to go to dinner with you. Your girl. And I think he was with Susanna then. So they wanted to go out to dinner, and I said, no, man, I'm cool. Because when I left, Susan Rogers said he's sending you the song. Y'all know the song, the Psychedelic. Now, when he sent me the song, when I played the song, I said, yeah, I'm good. I don't need the song. It's like, you keep that. Psychedelic, the album is out. If somebody has an album, if the album is called Lollipop, then there's a song called Lollipop and all that. Notice there's no writing on the cover. That was me being, kind of trying to be cool and doing something different. Said, if you don't put it out, I will put it out. And he said, when they think of psychedelic, they will think of me.
It was shocking and sad, and I really felt for my bandmates that this was happening. It felt really bad. And then Prince put it as an option to stay or go. You're welcome to stay, but I would understand if you chose to leave now. That's exactly what he said.
Right after he disbanded the revolution, he called me out to Paisley, and he asked me to be in New Power Generation, Sign of the Times Zone. Matt had already contracted with him to do it. I said, Prince, I got to move on. I said, my time is over. I said, I gave you my best years, and I got nothing to show for it.
In a sense, it was almost like a test of loyalty, maybe. In hindsight, at the time, I didn't even think about loyalty. I just thought, oh, no, I have no reason to go at this point. Nope.
I'm alone a lot and lonely very so. That's the basic parts about one should find a place in oneself that one can go when one is feeling alone.
Problem was built in, really involved in each other's lives because of how personal we got. It was frustrating.
That was the price of doing business his way. It was almost like, be careful what you ask for. You wanted this reclusiveness, Mr. Howard Hughes. Well, now you got it. Can't help but think that at some point he realized and gave some thought to the downside of what he was doing and how it would affect any desires he might have for normalcy at some point in his life.